Gautam Kalra. I'm very excited to be here at Tanishq today to present to you the Tanishq Riva Romance of Polki collection. I think what we're going to talk about today is the versatility of Polki, the longevity of Polki, some fun moments as we go along, and weddings and how to wear things and how to style it in different ways so that it doesn't just end up becoming a one-off thing in your cupboard for one time, you know. So we're here to talk about the Romance of Polki collection, and I'm going to take you through some of these pieces. But this particular collection has some very exquisite pieces, and I have picked some very unusual pieces here that I'm going to now talk about. So let's start with here. We have a cream off-white enamel story with Polki and very unusual lavender mauve sort of stones here, paired with a beautiful pair of earrings. I think where I would wear this particular piece, I would take a sort of a romantic pastel sort of modern outfit with it. I could do it with a simple Banarsi sari. I could take a dhakai. I could take a, you know, I could just take a simple white lehenga with it, even those modern pre-draped saris as well. So there's so many things I can do with this piece. Let's move on to the second piece here. So what I've done here is, again, first let's talk about each of these beauties. So here I have, and it's very striking. So we have a very unusual piece. I've never seen anything like it before. So there's the Polki and then there's the diamonds, and it has an oxidized finish with pearls at the bottom. What I've done is actually layered it with a second piece. And we're going to talk about how you layer and de-layer and how you wear it. So I've layered it with another long 3-layered sort of Polki choker. Again, the design is absolutely timeless and very, very, very unusual. So if you're wearing it together, what I have done, and I think it's lovely, is that you put a small piece of like a stud earring with it, like here. We have different pieces of Polki, so you have studs, you have long, you can mix and match it in so many different ways. You know, maybe a Banarsi sari, maybe your wedding lehenga. I mean, I'm somehow looking at a destination wedding because it's very contemporary here. So I think a pastel outfit or a pastel lehenga or a sari would be beautiful. Of course, you can wear it with your reds and greens because it's, you know, there's no color on those two pieces. On the wedding day, and if you're a bride, I would recommend, and you want to go with a nice neckline, you want to layer it together. It'll look beautiful because you just have a tiny earring. Keep your hair makeup clean, maybe some fresh flowers in the hair, and you look stunning. I mean, pictures from the wedding are timeless and they're here forever. So make sure you style yourself right. And so that's how you do it. But now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start showing you each of these pieces separately. So let's take this off. Now look at the spectacular nature of this necklace. It's 3 layers. It's very contemporary design. I'm saying it again, but I've never seen anything like it. Best part about it, when I'm looking at it on its own now, not only could a young girl wear it, I think anyone from my sister or my mother could wear it with a beautiful kanjivaram or a cotton or a, you know, any of the saris. Now let's talk about the second piece. You want to be a minimal bride? Go for it. Are you the sister of the bride? Go for it. You know, are you the mother? You can still go for it, although I feel older women like to wear something longer, which is here, and I'll talk about that later. And again, wear it with a stud, wear just the earrings that come with it if they're long or small. Again, lehenga, contemporary sari, pastel shades, deeper tones if you want. Everything goes because it's a non-colored piece and it's extremely contemporary in its sensibility. I absolutely love it. So let's layer it again. So now we're going to talk about the third piece which I brought up here. This one, compared to the earlier pieces that I talked about, is a little bit more classic in terms of the fact that it's a long har. But I think it's more contemporary because it uses pearls and it uses these beautiful pastel green stones and long earrings. So here's what I think. When I look at this piece, I feel a destination wedding. I look at the sky, I look at the sea, I look at south of France or, Goa or anyway, but definitely I feel destination, I feel day. I don't feel night when I'm wearing it because of the colors. I would wear it typically with colors ranging from off-white, mint green, lemon, salmon pink, just beautiful summery shades. So many things I could recommend you to wear this with. You could firstly, if you're a bride, maybe your engagement, and if you're wearing something simple, you can wear this long necklace with just earrings. I wouldn't layer it so much because it's more day, so let's not get too dressy. This is fine the way it's balanced. If you want to underdress it, you could wear just the earrings and that's pretty much it, and a kara and a ring, and you could be attending a friend's wedding, you could be the bridesmaid. You could also just wear this long piece with studs, which makes it more contemporary, modern. And what's great is this piece can be worn by a bride, a bridesmaid, a mother, a sister, a friend. So it really depends on where you are and what the occasion is, but have fun with this piece and wear it 6 different ways, which is what I always tell brides, even if it's their wedding outfit, if it's a lehenga and a dupatta and a sari, why should it go back in the cupboard? You spent a lot of money. These are beautiful pieces. The weavers have woven it for a long time. The embroiderers have done it. The designers have put their heart and soul into a bridal piece. And, break it up into 3 pieces. Wear the blouse with the plain chiffon sari, wear a lehenga with a shirt. Similarly, I just want to say this is the same concept for jewelry. You may have brought it on the wedding day. You want to be more decked out, but break it down and wear it differently as you go along in life. Do not just keep it getting rusted in your cupboards. So I'm very excited to have 2 of my favorite people. They happen to be giant influencers and they're good friends of mine. So why don't we invite Tarini, Manchanda and Rasna, Bhasin. Hi.
Hi. How are you doing? Good to see you.
Good. You guys
What's
are
happening?
very cool, by the way.
Thank you.
And so tell me more about how it feels to be a recent bride, and congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell me about it.
So the whole point of the wedding was just for us to have as much fun as possible.
Which I saw.
And I think that was the only primary purpose. And we planned it in 4 weeks. And Rasna was like a big part of it. And my outfits came the night before or the day of the events. And luckily my jewelry was basically all heirloom. So I had that ready because I really think that jewelry tells a story. And for me, jewelry is the most personal item on you.
So well, you looked exquisite.
Thank you.
Everywhere. And Rasna, tell me more, a little bit about her wedding, because I want to know.
I think about her wedding was that she was so calm. Like a bride is usually hyper, but she was calm, we were the hyper ones.
Yeah,
we
because I had friends like these to be hyper for me.
Tani's brief to us was, think you're at a concert, have fun.
Yeah.
Well,
so that's what we did.
And before, I don't know if I said that to you, but the 2 of you look absolutely smashing today.
Thank you.
I mean, this is pretty much like, you're wearing Riva, I guess. You are. Okay. So basically, I love
Thank
because, the
you.
way you've styled yourselves today, you're in a tuxedo-ish vibe with a very
I love yours.
statement
I should have gone for this outfit.
And yours is a very chic sari. So I like this whole, the way you've taken Polki forward, because we're not seeing you as brides, I'm seeing you at an event right now. So let's just talk about you. What made you pick this today and that piece of jewelry? It's actually pretty perfect in style.
Perfect. I love that it's quite unusual. It's really contemporary. I love the use of like the little diamonds with the bigger Polki pieces, and then
it's got a very Western
very, and then I love the blue.
Finish is beautiful.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to use the wrong term, but kind of Victorian.
It is.
Um,
It does have
but
different
yeah,
influences.
for sure.
No, it's absolutely lovely. And why did you pick that sari? And with this, like, did you think this was the best pick for you today? Because it works like magic.
So I've recently become like a huge sari lover. I always grew up thinking I'm too short for saris because you know your cycle, it's like an insecurity. But now that's all I want to wear. And this one was really easy because it's just a zip throw on kind of like a
I'm
dress
seeing you
slash.
after ages outside of Instagram, and you should keep that going. 'Cause
Thank
it
you.
works really
I'm just
well.
gonna go everywhere in a sari.
Lovely. And in fact, Rasna, for you, I'm really excited to also see your look because when I heard Ivan Polki, you know, I thought that people will show up in Indian, and you've shown up like in a beautiful coat. And tell us about why you wore this, because it's very international, because you could be on the red carpet anywhere in
Thank
the world
you.
with your wife today.
Thank you. But no, honestly, for me, dressing up has to be comfort, and I always
Yeah.
like it to keep it simple, elegant. So for me, always, even while I'm at weddings, you'll always notice me. I'm never the one with ruffles and stuff. And I thought this piece was just statement enough. Like it just carries the look forward,
Yeah.
right? Like I can just walk into a cocktail party after this. I'll be perfect.
That's
I
how
love
I
it.
would have styled you,
Yeah.
and it's amazing to
I
see
love
that
it.
you've done that,
And-
which is just it's just one statement piece, and the rest of
Yeah,
it
and I
is
love
so
the
global
colors,
today.
right? Like I love how they've played with the emerald and rubies, and then the polki, and there's also
Yes.
diamonds around here.
You guys are wearing smashing pieces of jewelry today.
Yeah,
You look
this
exquisite.
is
Thank
like
you.
this is all you need, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you
an
don't need
outfit.
anything else.
You
When
don't
you're
need
wearing-
anything.
When
Yeah.
you're wearing a statement like that,
Yeah.
you want it to be a blank canvas
yeah.
and let it just be
And it
that.
just stands out.
In
It's
fact,
Right.
that's what a lot of people do wrong, I think.
Yes.
I think
There are
that
too
it's like
many.
one amazing
Yes.
statement piece doesn't need to be layered. Like you don't need to own everything. You don't need to wear everything you own
Exactly.
Yeah.
on that.
And also hair makeup,
Yeah.
it's all clean and
Clean,
let
I love
everything
it.
shine. Nothing is fighting
But that's
for
what even
attention
for
and-
weddings, I think it's become my favorite look. Is like just
Exactly.
wear one statement thing
Yeah.
and walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, don't overshadow the bride.
And as you just, yeah, exactly, that's a very important
It's
point
beautiful.
actually. But it's also like you both walked in and I was like, boom, bam, perfect.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about different occasions, because you know Indian weddings are just some of the funnest weddings and
The best ones.
100%. Let's just talk about the bride, the bridesmaids, and let's start with, let's say, something fun like the mehendi. What would your styling tips be on what to wear, how to wear it? So how about you,
I'm
Tarini?
so
Start.
nervous. I'm like, this expert is asking me and
Yeah, I like to make you nervous. Now you
I'm
talk.
sweating a bit. So I like clothes that I can move in. So I think like that's the one thing that I would give us like a tip to a bride. That just be free and wear things that you can actually enjoy your function in. I think so many times, you know, you spend so much time and money and effort into this production, but if you're not able to enjoy it in the moment,
Yeah, I agree.
there's no point. So that would be my number one tip.
Which is practicality.
Yeah, practicality and just
Comfort.
comfort. Feel like yourself. It shouldn't look like a photo shoot. You know, it
Yeah.
shouldn't look so staged.
And if we were to talk, and you just recently got married, so you've
Yeah.
been a bride, you've attended many weddings. You recently
Yes.
attended not only her wedding, but I'm sure many others. But let's talk about like just generally, if this, the key functions for me are, of course, there's the mehendi and there's
Yeah.
the sangeet that we all die to get
Yes.
invited for. And then
Always
there's the
there's a
wedding, and then
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
the reception and the cocktails. So how do you see yourself differentiating? Let's talk about you and then you. From between the different functions in terms of jewelry and how light or heavy you should be, day or night.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about that?
So I mean, I think I'm pretty conventional in the sense that I would do something more contemporary for the sangeet. Okay, so let's start from the mehendi.
Okay.
I would definitely do the lightest,
Simplest.
the simplest look, something that just kind of blends into what you're wearing almost. For the sangeet, I would typically do very contemporary. Like, so this, the piece I'm wearing right now, or the piece she's doing, she's wearing, would be my preferred sangeet look.
Interesting.
Yeah, and for the wedding, I think I would go the most traditional.
So that would be
That
like,
would-
a,
yeah.
like a nice
Yeah.
polki balanced look
Exactly,
for you.
yeah. I think polki for the wedding, 100%. I think that the beauty that polki has with like a traditional Indian outfit, no other jewelry does it justice.
Yeah. And What about you when you're attending a wedding? And
My
I'm sure you'll be
my-
a bride, somebody you better invite me. Because she did it.
Yeah.
I did.
Once you
You
guys
were
find me a
honest,
guy, I have everything else in place.
Off the camera later, I promise you I'm finding
Just
you a
find
guy.
your jewelry first.
Okay.
Guy can
The
come
jewelry,
later.
my jewelry, clothes, destination, everything's
Don't worry,
decided. I
I'll
just
sort
need a
you out.
guy.
They're right here. I'll show you right away. But just tell me, so when you're attending something Polki, is it something you feel that you can wear across functions? I'm just trying to understand because there's of course diamonds, but I'm just saying, do you think you could pull off Polki in a contemporary way, traditional
Most
wear, Western
definitely.
Indian across
Most
functions?
definitely. I'm a bigger Polki fan than I'm a diamond fan, and what I've really liked is I end up picking up big earrings, like junky big earrings, and then what I do is I do a mangtika.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that's my
cool.
clean
That's your
look.
go-to
Like
look.
that's my
Yeah.
go-to look now.
Yeah.
I think.
And I think I've seen you many times and you never overdress, neither of you do.
Yeah.
And
No,
that's why we
I
are-
always feel like at the wedding first cardinal rule, don't overdo the bride.
Yes.
And try being less like ruffles and stuff, because I feel like you're dancing or you're spilling
Yeah.
drinks and like here goes your dupatta,
Yeah,
there goes the
for
drink.
sure.
So I think that's what my thing is, and also comfy footwear and stuff, and also jewelry, because I get really paranoid. So I always want to wear jewelry which stays on me
Yeah.
before my mother kills me. So that's one of
Yeah,
those
yeah,
things. So
feel
I
you.
want pieces which I can feel and like I know that they're still there and I feel the
Yeah,
weight.
'cause
But
they're
I think.
precious.
Yeah, they're super precious, and my favorite thing is like about Polki is how versatile Polki can be, right?
Yeah.
Like I love the play with Polkis and other
Absolutely.
gemstones, and then I just like a statement piece like this would be great. Like I'll just wear a simple suit or something and I'll just put this on top.
Yeah.
Like an anarkali, imagine just a plain, nice anarkali flowing and just this.
Perfect.
Tie my hair
actually,
back
yeah.
and that's it. I'm done.
That's just
And you know, like a piece like this, it also goes for Sangeet. You wear a nice ruffled sari like she's wearing and just put this on. You want to wear a jumpsuit, put this on. So I think you
I
just
love
go
the
across.
whole way you're thinking, because I've moved with the times, because we used to do a lot of very heavy looks back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
And there's certain brides who do like that, but there's a lot of people, friends and brides, and if it's an occasion or wedding they're attending, they all want to feel lighter and more contemporary, you know. And also for me, of course, I walked through the store today and I was extremely blown away because I saw some very unusual pieces.
Yeah.
And you're wearing
Yeah.
Some of
today.
them.
I think-
But just tell me one by one, maybe you, Tarini, first. What did you think of the collection?
Okay, so if I'm being really honest, I was pleasantly surprised by the collection. I didn't expect the amount of versatile and contemporary pieces they had. And like you said, I think there's a lot of pieces here that would look so cool with just a black blazer.
Yes.
Or even like a black cocktail dress. And that's something that, for me, that's what's changed over the years for me. I never thought I'd be able to wear Polki in such a cool, contemporary way. But I've just become a huge fan, especially of pieces like this where there's diamond and Polki.
It's
I just
extremely
find it
unusual what the two of
I
you
love how the
do.
stunning.
gemstone plays with the
Yeah.
Polki, right?
Yeah, and so I like that. So if I'm being really honest, I am quite pleasantly surprised by the collection. And
It is spectacular.
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
say it.
It
Yes,
is,
I
it's-
agree.
yeah.
And what about you? What did you think of it?
You know, I went through the collection and there was this whole enamel Polki play piece, another piece which I thought
yes,
was
yes.
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
stunning.
So I think that's the way she said it.
Yeah.
It's all about being versatile, and I feel jewelry now is meant to be worn instead of being kept
Exactly.
in lockers.
Absolutely.
So for me, always a piece that can be worn 3 different ways is what sells me on it.
that's
We're all
a
on the same
great
page.
rule, actually.
So that's good. Yeah, because why
Yeah.
keep it in your cupboard?
There's
You
Yeah,
never
no
like,
be able
you
to
don't
wear
have
it
point.
all.
one-
There's no point.
And I think breaking stereotypes, which is what the two of you are doing, and something I was talking about, is, you know, Polki in our heads used to be traditional
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the time. And I think it's not that, oh, diamonds are for gowns. It's the way you wear it, how you wear it, and you can wear it many different ways, which the two of you are
Definitely.
doing today. So I think that whole thing about, oh, Polki is for the bride only, and it's a lot of jewelry, and it's a, you know, matha patti, and it's only for
Yeah.
that. I think no, you can just do so much with.
I think you can
breaking down your
declutter
set.
it also, right? Like instead
Absolutely.
of wearing those 10 layers, wear one statement piece. Like I love this piece. Like
Yeah.
you just wear that one statement piece and let it
I
stand
think
out.
she's stealing it. Just
I'm
I should
definitely
like
like
that.
we've
But
already.
you know
like-
what? I have to say, I'm actually a fan of layering.
Yeah.
Like I like the concept of having pieces that I can rejig and wear again in
Absolutely.
different ways.
Absolutely.
And of course, that when I say layering, I don't mean just wear everything
Yeah.
you own. But I think there's like, you know, sometimes when you have like a delicate choker
Yeah.
and then you have a longer piece, I think it looks cool, especially if you're wearing like a V-neck blouse. And I think a lot of times, this is a rule that I heard from a jeweler friend of mine. And I actually followed it for my wedding. She said jewelry first, clothes second. And I think a lot of times people do it the other way
Yeah.
around. because jewelry is forever and you can and wear it creatively, and a necklace can become a matha patti.
Absolutely.
On
Absolutely.
my
Just have
wedding,
fun with
yeah,
it.
exactly. On my wedding, I had a choke, like a 3 kind of string thing, and then I had a longer piece going like that.
and she wore it.
And it just looked really heavy on my neck, so I just took the ends and I put it across my waist.
Yeah.
And
That's what you do.
it was just, and that's the thing about Polki, you
Yeah.
can do all these
You can
very,
drape
very
it.
cool
You
drape it.
things with the pieces. So I think I actually like layering, but
Yeah.
I like statement pieces. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everything. I like jewelry. So,
So I had some fun questions for these. So Tarini, can you describe Rasna in one word as a bridesmaid?
hectic. Like really like bridezilla.
And Rasna, can you describe Tarini as a bride in one word?
Chill. She was like a guest at her wedding.
Perfect.
It's the only way to do it.
Unusual.
It's the only way to do it.
She's like quite a diva. Okay, choose both of you. Or alternate question, pastels or pop?
Pastels.
Statement neckwear or statement earrings?
Statement earrings.
Diamonds or polki?
Polki.
This wants to see how well you two know each other. So Tarini, what we've seen the collection in the store today. What do you think Rasna would pick as a favorite piece?
Okay, so apart from the one I'm wearing, there's a really beautiful, very unique, like a 3-layered, uncut,
noticed that. Yeah.
beautiful, like really, really uniquely designed, very detail oriented. So I think that one.
Yeah, I love that one.
So you do know her. What do you think she would pick as a favorite piece, other
You-
than these?
Oh, apart from this one, I think there was this really intricate choker. It was super delicate with polki, but very unusual. And I think that was one of those
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah.
Pieces
I love
that
that.
she would take from
Is it
day to
polki?
night.
I almost couldn't
Yeah.
believe it's polki.
Yeah, I would love
Good
it.
picks. So
Good picks.
It was spectacular and fun meeting you guys. Thank you for the candid conversation because I was like,
Thank you for having
but
us.
it was just really
Thank
fun
you,
and
thank
thank you and I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see
And
each
you have
other
to
soon.
invite me
Yes.
to your wedding
Once you find me a guy.
and I will sign you as well. What about that? Thank you guys. Bye. So why don't we meet Ruchi from the Tanishq design team who's here today. Hi Ruchi, how are you?
I'm good. How have you been?
Very good. And I want to tell you that this jewelry, and I was talking about it earlier, that this is some of the most spectacular jewelry I've seen from Tanishq in a long time because it's very contemporary and it's very different.
Thank you so much.
So welcome. And I just wanted to ask you, before we look at these pieces or talk about the collection, why don't you tell me a little bit about Polki, a word we've heard since we were growing up in this country, but why don't you tell me a little bit about the history of Polki?
So basically, Polki jewelry started from the Mughal era, and in India it started from the city of Bikaner, and then spread in the entire Rajasthan, and now it's everywhere. We took the inspiration from Sheesh Mahal, from Rang Mahal. These are different monuments which are there in Rajasthan because the uncut Polki jewelry started, its origin is basically from Rajasthan. So from there we started, and keeping the brides of India, the summer brides especially, we took the inspiration little contemporary because the brides of today want to be little rooted, but they want something little different, little edgy, contemporary.
Absolutely.
So that's how the pieces are.
And I can see that actually. So, yeah, I did notice it. It was very unusual.
Let me take you to the collection now. Each piece is very different from the other. Each silhouette is very different from the other. Keeping in mind the summer bride, we have used Russian emeralds, we have used pink tourmalines, we have used a lot of pearl bunchings in South Sea pearls. We have used tanzanite, morganites. If you see, we have used a lot of cream-based enamel. We have used enamel with the stones, without the stone. There are some chokers where we used only the enamel choker, so that goes with your outfits. If brides of today are wearing a lot of pastel lehengas, so just to make that contrast, we have used pastel plus darker color tones in one sets. So keeping those brides in mind, we have used a lot of different type of earrings, starting from bigger studs, how I'm wearing, to jhumkis, to chandbalis, to only big studs with the big chokers. So every piece, if you see, is very different from the other.
No, and I think I see that because as a stylist, I get a lot of requests for pastel these days and contemporary these days and lighter. I think post-COVID, we're all wanting to be a bit more free. So I think that there's a little shift, and I love it because I have actually recommended it to 3 recent brides to come here to check this collection out because I did see it first at the shoot. Thank you so much, Ruchi, for taking us through the details of behind Polki and the spectacular collection. And guys, I would really like you guys to come to a Tanishq store near you and check out this magnificent collection that they've put their heart and soul into, because it really does have some unusual pieces. So I've had a wonderful day discussing jewelry and the Polki the whole day with Tarini, Rasna, looking at all these spectacular pieces. Thank you so much and hope to see you again.